Hi everyone, my name is Ruby Edwards, and I am a non-traditional student here at UNC Charlotte, meaning I am an older person going here. The reason why chose to come to UNC Charlotte is because I live here and it's more convenient, and I love the campus, it's beautiful, and I wanted to get my bachelor's in nursing. I wanted to get my BSN while I'm here. So, a little bit about me. I was born in New York City to immigrant parents, so I'm a first generation American. My parents are from Liberia, West Africa, and they came here in 19. My dad came in 1980. My mom came in 1985. I was born 1986. And when my brother was born, we actually moved down here to Charlotte when I was 4 years old. So, just to kind of fast forward, my parents are very good people. They raised me to really love myself. They taught me to truly love myself and see the beauty in myself, and they had to do that because as I grew up, I was bullied for having an accent because, of course, being raised by my parents, I developed a Liberian accent, and you know how kids are. Their kids can be cruel sometimes, so I was really bullied, and the good thing about my parents is that they made sure that I knew my worth and I knew how beautiful I was, no matter what anyone else said. Um, as I grew up in our culture, what I noticed was that we were taught that girls acted a certain way and boys acted a certain way, and it never really sat right with me. So, for instance, growing up in my household, I learned how to cook when I was 9, which nothing is wrong with that, but they didn't teach my brothers, you know. They didn't teach them, but they taught me, and then I was also taught to make sure that I served my dad his food and gave him his water, and it was really catered. We were taught to be submissive to our men, and so it wasn't only my father. When my uncles and other men would come to the house, we were to make sure that they were good and they had food and water, and we served them and made their plates and things like that. But it never really sat right with me that I had to do that or that women or girls are supposed to do that for men. Never really sat right with me. So, to kind of fast forward, later on in life, I actually became a professional singer and actress. And I also started to teach elementary music. At first, I didn't want to go to college. I wanted to be a professional singer, so I just focused on that. I did eventually end up going to a technical college and then teaching elementary music. Music is my passion. Musical theater and theater is my passion. And I did a number of plays here in Charlotte. But there was one play in particular that struck something in me. It changed my life forever. The play is called Eclipsed. Now, Eclipsed is a play written by Denai Guerrera. It's about 5 women in the war in Liberia in 2003, and it talks about their lives and what they went through during the war. And in this particular play, in their case, they were raped and they were treated horribly in the war. Just, you know, if you've read about how war is, there's a lot of rape and murder and just brutal things that happen. And it followed these women's lives, and me being involved in that play and playing the part of one of those women really, really opened my eyes to, or it just made me pay more attention to women's issues and things like that. So it got me way more curious to learn more about us and our struggle here in America and all over the world. Because, of course, in this play, it was set in Liberia in 2003. What concerns me most is the economic struggles of African American people and women and what they faced here in the United States. It seems like the system was set up for us to fail or to work harder to succeed than most people. In this class, I expect to learn more about the foundations of African American feminism and womanism. Because, of course, it wasn't until this class that I knew about what womanism was. So I'm definitely interested in learning more about that. I want to have a greater understanding of what we're fighting for so that I'm able to teach others. And if I have children, I want to be able to teach them more about it. Things that I value. I value transparency. I value integrity, love, and respect for all people and myself. Some of my strengths are that I am a very forgiving person. I'm very passionate about what I believe in. I am self-driven. I'm patient. I'm very confident. And I have a great balance between being selfish and selfless. And when I say that is before, I would feel bad for doing things for myself, right? But now I've gotten to the point where I'm a little selfish. I care about me right now and what I need and what my goals are. So that's my selfish part. But I'm still selfless because I do care about others, and I do make sure that everybody's good. That's just my character. I also take great pride in my femininity. Okay, I honor my curves, the swerve in my hips when I walk, my humility, my intuition, my sensuality, my empathy, my sensitivity, and lastly, I honor my radiance. And when I say radiance, I'm talking about my internal glow. Okay, the glow that shines bright and reaches out through my skin and makes my aura fill the room with positivity. That's what I honor a lot. I do honor that as far as my femininity is concerned. Even though I'm a very confident person, I still have fears. So I have always feared failing. Okay, I've always had that I believe was my downfall growing up, is being afraid to fail. Because I was afraid to fail, I was afraid to try new things and do new things, and it held me back. But what I've learned is that I can do anything that I put my mind to, no matter what anyone says. I know that now. So I feel like I'm conquering that fear. I still battle with it every once in a while, but that is a fear. And another recent fear that I have is that I am in fear of what's going to happen in our country. I am scared of what could happen to us as of people of color, and even everybody else. Like, I'm afraid of all this hate that has been happening. I'm afraid that we're going to revert back to the way things were during the civil rights era. That's my current fear, but I believe, I want to be positive and believe that we can rise up above that. America is above that, you know. A person that I relate to, a feminist that I relate to, is Anna Julia Cooper. I share her belief that women are an essential force in the development of humanity. And I also was an educator at one point. So I'm just going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to sing a song. Smile though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. Though there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile, there may be tomorrow. You'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness. Hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use in crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Just another one of my positives, the things I love about myself and my femininity, my voice. All right, hope you guys have a wonderful time, and I can't wait to see everybody else's autobiographies.